Hi first graders! Today in math we're going to start by reviewing the 2D shapes that we learned about for the last few weeks. 2D stands for two-dimensional. That means that these shapes are flat. So if you think about it, you could actually lay the shape flat like a piece of paper. It's not going to be a full object like my cylinder seltzer can. So let's review. What is this 2D shape? A triangle. And how many sides does a triangle have? 3. 1, 2, 3. The vertices are the corners where the sides meet. How many vertices does a triangle have? 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 sides and 3 vertices. Next we have a what? A square. How many sides does a square have? 4. How many vertices does a square have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, you should know that a rectangle can be called a square if all of the sides are the same length. So as you can see, all these sides are equal. This side is as long as this side, and it's the same length as this side and this side. They're all the same length. Next, we have our what? Rhombus. How many sides does a rhombus have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many vertices does that rhombus have? 4 as well, right? They always match this number of sides and the number of vertices in a regular shape. Okay, so I want to show you something. Rhombuses can be many different shapes, but I like to think of a rhombus as kind of like a squished square. So imagine this square was made of like clay or Play-Doh or something, and we were to go like, it might turn into this type of shape. So rhombus is kind of like a squished square. But if we rotate it, what does it look like that flies up into the sky? A kite, right? So if you rotate it, it could look like a different object. Okay. Next, what shape is this? It's a rectangle. A rectangle has how many sides? 4. How many long sides does a rectangle have? 2. We have one long side and another long side. How many short sides does a rectangle have? 2 as well. One short side, another short side. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. And finally, how many vertices does a rectangle have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving on, we have our trapezoid. How many sides does a trapezoid have? 4 as well. Are all the sides the same length? No, right? These sides appear to be shorter than this side. And last we have our hexagon. How many sides are in a hexagon? 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many vertices does it have? 6. Okay, I want to teach you guys a trick. So take a look at the word hexagon. The first 3 letters spell hex. Hex is a part of a word that means 6. So a hexagon is a shape that has 6 sides. Hex kind of looks like the word 6 because what letter is at the end? The X. So they kind of match there. A hexagon is a shape that has 6 sides. I'm going to teach you guys some attributes that 3D shapes have. So the first word is a face. 3D shapes have many faces to them. So a face is a flat surface of a 3D shape. So let's count the faces of this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this box has 6 faces. Not all shapes have flat faces. Some shapes have curved surfaces. So this is a coffee container. You guys know Ms. V loves her coffee. And this is, as you can see, does not have all flat surfaces, right? This is round. It's a curved face. So this is one big face right here. 1, 2, and that's a circle, right? So that is flat. 3. So this container or this cylinder has 3 faces. Now we're going to talk about a term called edges. Edges are where the faces meet in a 3D shape. So, for example, this face meets this face at this edge, right? This edge is kind of holding these 2 faces together. 3D shapes still have vertices. So as you can see, the vertices are the corners of the shape, right? Just like in a 2D shape. I'm going to point to some of the vertices on the cereal box. We have a vertex here, one here, down here, back here, up here. Lots of vertices on the cereal box. Now that we know a little bit about faces, edges, and vertices, we can learn some 3D shapes. If you've seen a tissue box that looks like this, you've seen a cube. A cube has squares on all of its faces. So it's a 3D object, but all of its flat surfaces are in the shape of squares. Next, I'm going to show you a rectangular prism. So this cereal box is an example of a rectangular prism. See? All of its faces are in the shape of a rectangle. Rectangle, 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 rectangle. One example of a rectangular prism is a fish tank. The next 3D shape we're going to learn about is the cone, and this is a fun one because I love ice cream. Go like this if you also like ice cream. And the cone is the exact shape you see in an ice cream cone. Next, we have a cylinder. I know there isn't an S at the beginning of cylinder, but remember, sometimes we can have a soft C that says like S. So a cylinder is like a soda can, like this. And also like my coffee canister. That's another cylinder. I wonder what cylinders you have at home. All right, next we have a triangular prism. Some of the faces are triangles on a triangular prism, like this one and this one back here, but the other faces are in the shape of a rectangle. So not all of the faces are in the shape of a triangle. It's a combination. And finally, we're going to learn about the sphere. So this is a silent combo here. P and H says like phone, like my phone. So we pronounce this sphere. Say it with me. Sphere. Sphere. A sphere is a 3D shape that looks like a ball. So an example would be a basketball. It's curved all around. This is an example of a sphere. It's a bouncy ball. Okay, we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna flash a picture of a 3D shape, and you're gonna tell me what shape that is as fast as you can. Give yourself a point for each one you get correct. Ready, set, go. What's this? A cube. What's this? Sphere. What's this one? Triangular prism. What's this one? Cylinder. What's this one? Cone. And this one? Rectangular prism. Now that we've learned all about 3D shapes, I want you to do a shape hunt around your house or your neighborhood. Find objects in your house that are the same shapes that we've talked about today, like a sphere, a cylinder, a cone, a cube, a rectangular prism. Be creative. I can't wait to see what shapes you find.